CHAMPS Winter Roundup is presented by Lawrence Technological University, where Blue Devils dare. Also brought to you by the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics. The Michigan Army National Guard, a proud partner and official military branch of the MHSAA. The Basketball Coaches Association of Michigan, because better coaching always matters. Hungry Howie's, famous for flavor. And the Detroit Athletic Club Foundation, nominations being accepted now for Male and Female Athlete of the Year at dacathleteoftheyear.com.
Hello, State Champs Nation, and welcome to another episode of the State Champs Winter Roundup. I'm your host, Jenna Skelski, and for the next 20 minutes, you will be on a wild ride through the world of high school sports, watching highlights of girls basketball, wrestling, bowling, and cheerleading. All of this fantastic content, of course, is brought to you by our sponsor, Lawrence Technological University, rated as one of the best in the Midwest by the Princeton Review. Now, enough chat, let's hit the hardwood with girls basketball.
I'm Kevin Trozinski, and we begin with girls basketball in the KLAA. Two teams in our top 25 scoring off as Brighton took on the Heartland Eagles. Large crowd on hand for Brighton's coaches versus cancer game, and we picked things up in the first quarter. Elaine Hollonen feeds it over to Martha Paitilla, and the senior knocks down the triple. Bulldogs jumped out to a 10-2 lead. Heartland ranks second in our top 25 rankings, looking to cut into the deficit, as sophomore Amanda Roach drives her way to the bucket. The Eagles trailed 14-9 after the first quarter of play. Brighton continuing to execute from the outside game as the Miss Basketball candidate Sophie Zekin knocks down the three-pointer. Bulldogs were up 21-16 as we head into halftime. Heartland hanging in there to start the second half. Nice ball work here. Sid Cadell with the nice bounce feed to Maddie Moyer, and the senior drops the bunny. But back comes Brighton just moments later. Check out the senior, Sydney Heatherton, with the drive, and she gets the difficult bucket to go and one. She had 10 points on the night, and the Bulldogs hold on to a 6-point lead at 31-25 as we head into the fourth. And it would be too much Brighton on this night. Here's Paitilla going straight to the rack and gets it to go, as Brighton goes on to beat their rivals from Heartland 41-33 the final.
I'm Jenna Skelski, and we go to another top 20 clash on the hardwood, as Farmington Hills Mercy took on the Mustangs from Bloomfield Hills Marian in a Catholic League Bishop Division matchup. Number 14 ranked, Mercy beat Marian a few weeks back and came in undefeated on the season. First quarter, in transition, it would be the junior Alexis Roberts going in for the contested bucket to put the Marlins on the board. Marian would come in 16th in our latest top 25 rankings and would close out the first on a 10-0 run. The senior Sophia Mancini drives the baseline and banks it off the window, and Mustangs led 10-2 after the opening quarter of play. And Marian would carry that momentum into the second. It would be the sophomore Sarah Sylvester working her way for 2 of her 8 points in the first half. Later in the quarter, Marian in transition, Faith Giltner gets it to Grace Rotter, and the sophomore drains the three ball in the side pocket. Mustangs were up 19-7 as we went into halftime. Marian was looking like they were going to run away from this one. Lauren Lasari feeds it down to Sylvester, who kisses it off the window. The sophomore would finish with a game high of 16 points. And then later in the third quarter, it would be the senior Lakari going on in for the basket. Marian was up by 21 at 32-9. But in the last 90 seconds of the third, Mercy finally got something going. The junior Alexis Butler would knock it down for 3. And then on the Marlins' next possession, it would be the Michigan State volleyball recruit Julia Bishop stopping and popping the triple try. She finished with a team high of 10 points. Remaining moments of the quarter, Bishop with the feed to Roberts, who knocks another three ball in the corner as time expires. Just like that, Mercy is down 30-19 as we head into the fourth. More from the Mercy comeback in the final stanza. It would be the junior Ellie Tisco with the drive for 2. Marlins down 9 at 33-24. But Marian would hit some clutch free throws at the end to hold off the Mercy comeback, as Marian gets its revenge and hands Mercy its first loss on the season, 36-29, the final.
I'm Ryan Slocum. Flushing hosted Ortonville Brandon on the mat inside their brand new $9 million Raider Fieldhouse. Quick start for the home team beginning at 119 pounds. It's Eli Maurer picking up the fall on Alexander Hernandez at 3 minutes 36 seconds. Second verse, same as the first at $125. Noah Jewell uses the force on Luke Herschelman. He earns the pin as well to give the Raiders a 12-6 lead. But the Blackhawks would pull ahead thanks to a dominant performance at 135 pounds. Bryson Gunn stops Bryce Rowley by technical fall, 17-2. Flushing regains control at 140. Yamoja Theakston can't break free from Jacob Boudreau. He turns him over for the fall and the 6 points. The bout at 152 doesn't take long. Just 34 seconds in, Luke Maurer pins Chase Haggerty. 3 straight wins for Flushing. That puts him up 30-17. Brandon isn't going away. Ronald Solis makes quick work of his match at 171. He turns them and pins them in under a minute. The Hawks right back in it, down 30-28 with 4 bouts to go. But they would all go to the Raiders with Suttles, Winter, and Ross all by fall as Flushing takes down Brandon 51-27.
Today we're going to introduce you to the MHSAA's Coaches Advancement Program. 30 years ago, the MHSAA began its first coaches education program to address the large influx of non-faculty coaches directing educational athletic teams. Today, the Coaches Advancement Program, or CAP, has grown into one of the nation's top and first face-to-face educational program geared to assist coaches in their growth and development. CAP gives coaches everything except the X's and O's of their sport, dealing with the practical and philosophical issues of coaching high school sports. Over 3,000 individuals annually attend CAP training sessions, most receiving beginning and intermediate certifications studying numerous topics. But a growing number stay in the program to earn advanced certification and study not just the basics, but current issues affecting educational athletics. If you want to learn more about the Coaches Advancement Program, visit the MHSAA website.
Lauren Plant back here, and I'm calling out all League of Legends players. That's right, eSports, to get your school signed up for this year's 4th annual league and tournament. Did you know that there has already been nearly $1 million given out in scholarship money by Lawrence Tech to not just the winning team of the tourney, but the runners-up too? Get 5 guys from your school. Regular season starts in February, playoffs in April, championship finale in May at Lawrence Tech in Southfield, Michigan. Sign up right now at statechampsesports.net. Oh yeah, the league is free. We're accepting teams from Indiana and Michigan. It's epic. Be a part of it. For all information, including sign up, go to statechampsesports.net and do it right now. Registration will end very soon.
I'm on the Blue Devil football team, and that's a great place to be because other colleges wouldn't let me be both a football player and a nursing student. And just because I'm a dog on the field doesn't mean I can't take care of people. And man, do I love people. The small class size at LTU give me awesome access to my nursing professors. Lawrence Tech, where Blue Devils dare.
The ones who wake up every morning ready to take on the world. The ones who push their limits to be better than the rest. You're looking to join a team of leaders who want to be challenged. You want to be pushed to your limits. You value freedom and think you have what it takes. The ones with speed, strength, intellect, and determination. Michigan Army National Guard. We see you.
We're getting reports that you have over 40,000 flavor combinations.
That's right.
May I examine one, ma'am? Is this real cheese?
100% real mozzarella, officer.
Explain this dough.
Made fresh daily.
I'm gonna have to confiscate this as evidence.
Aren't you a mall cop?
All units, someone's in the fountain.
10-4. Tiger on the prowl.
Treat yourself to the world's first stuffed flavored crust pizza. And now, for just $6.99, try our new stuffed Howie bread.
Hungry?
Howie!
Welcome back to the State Champs Winter Roundup. I'm Jenna Skelski. Let's get back to the highlights.
I'm Chuck Pellerito, and we go to bowling on the west side of the state as Hudsonville took on the Rockford Rams. And we begin with the girls. Check out Emma Colby for Rockford with a two-hand approach and knocking down the split. Next up, it would be Emily Viz for Hudsonville, and she gets them all to go down for the strike. Both teams would split the Baker games. And we go to the individual games. Emma Corhorn for the Rams as she gets the strike. Her top score was 176. Back comes Hudsonville as McKenna Henderson was cool and calm on her strike attempt. Her best score in the individual was 181. The Lady Rams would respond as Lexi Reamer nails the strike. This one was going back and forth. Brianna Bentley was next for Hudsonville, and X marks the spot. She would bowl a 190 in her first individual game. Isabel Breck from Rockford had the best score on the day, bowling a 216 and 176 in her individual games. The southpaw Chloe Patrick was next up for the Eagles, and that last pin finally goes down. Her individual game was a 189 as Hudsonville and Rockford would end in a tie. Let's see how the fellas did. This is Chad Simon from Rockford, and that last pin would finally drop for the strike. Hudsonville comes right back as J.J. Swain uses the two-hander, and he gets them all to go down for the strike. It was even after the Bakers. Back comes Rockford in the individual games. Caleb Mask, his high score was 235. Tony DeLuccio was next for the Rams. He had a solid day, bowled a 209 and 230, here getting the X. But Hudsonville will start to pull away in this one. As Jason Wicker lays it down for the strike, he bowled a 209 and 251. The Eagles mastering the two-hand form in this one. As Brendan Unseld gets them all to go down, his best score was a 220. Then it's Brett Bentley getting in on the strike parade. He would bowl a 230 and 248. And we had Ethan Blau bowling in the 200s with a 246 and 209 as the Hudsonville boys went on to beat Rockford.
I'm Jenna Skelski, back with you again as we check out competitive cheerleading with the KLAA League West Division meet held at Northville High School. We begin with Canton High School and their performance in round one. The Chiefs would finish the night in 4th place. Next up, we have the Highlanders from Howell with their performance in round 3. Howell with a 3rd place finish. Coming up next, we have the Eagles from Heartland showing off their tumbling skills in round 2. The girls from Heartland would take 2nd place in the night, but the night would go to the Brighton Bulldogs. Brighton held the high score in each round as they show off their flawless routine from round 3. And the Brighton Bulldogs would go on to take 1st place at the KLAA League West Division meet. And we go back to girls basketball. It was the battle of Grosse Pointe as North took on South. The Blue Devils came into the contest ranked 17th in our latest top 25 rankings. And we picked things up in the first quarter. Alex Downey feeds it to the corner for Peyton Roy, and she would nail the triple. And South led 19-6 after the opening quarter. The Lady Norsemen looking to win its 8th game on the season and would respond in the second. They worked the ball around, and it would be the junior Jordan Solomon knocking down the baseline jumper. And later in the quarter, in transition, it would be the senior Christina Breaker going all the way in and gets the hoop and the foul. North led 24-20 as we head into halftime. We jumped ahead to the fourth quarter and the Blue Devils trailing 37-29. It's Cameron Richards with the drive and gets the contested bucket to go. Back comes the Lady Norsemen just moments later as the junior Madeline Kohler goes on in and gets the bucket to go down. Grosse Pointe North is up by 13 at 46-33. The Blue Devils trying to hurry and cut into the deficit. Keely Conlon knocks down the triple and South was down by 10. But it would be too much North on this night. Kohler with the drive and dish to the freshman Ava Eralt, who drops the bunny, as North would take down their rivals from South 56-44, the final.
Welcome back in the studio. Matt Mowry joining me now for a rankings reaction segment. We just put out our small school rankings in girls basketball. First off, Matt, welcome, and kind of tell us your process, because this doesn't include all the small schools.
Yeah, this is everybody in Division III or Division IV that deserves to be ranked, with the exception of those teams that have made it into our main top 25, which includes teams like Byron, Adrian Lenawee Christian, Pewamo Westphalia, Grass Lake, Ipsy Arbor Prep, those kind of schools. So we removed them from the process because obviously they would be at the top of this ranking.
Right.
And what we're left with is obviously some still very, very good teams who are contenders in D3 and D4. Number one is a St. Ignace team that was runner-up in D4 last year to Adrian Lenawee Christian, and also another team that was at Calvin last year in D4 was number 3 Kingston, lost in the semis to the Saints. Their only loss this year is by 3 to Ann Arbor Pioneer at the Round Ball Classic, and that was 2 days after beating Ann Arbor Huron, another D1 team, by 13 points in a foul-filled game. Another team we've got up there near the top is a Kent City team that, like St. Ignace and Adrian Lenawee Christian and Grass Lake and some of those others, plays a very tough schedule if it can outside the CSAA Silver Division. Their only loss is to Muskegon. And then a little further down, we've got another Highland Conference team in Lake City that made it to the D3 semifinals last year, losing to Flint Amity. That's a team that's got Riley Bisbal, a 6'2" Grand Valley signee, who in the middle, who is lighting things up this year. They're coming off a big win over Manton, previously unbeaten Manton last week. Their only loss is to Morley Stanwood, another CSAA Silver team.
Okay, fantastic. You can check out his top 25 at statechampsnetwork.com. Lots of shout outs for the small schools. He does a lot of work in this, takes it very seriously, so check it out, but feel free to comment if you like. This has been another Rankings Reaction.
My dad and my grandfather are officials. I've grown up around officials and seeing how much they enjoy being part of the games. As a student athlete, I've always appreciated the people out there who are willing to give back to the kids. The Legacy program lets me officiate while I'm still in high school, working younger kids' games. Officiating gives me a better understanding of the game. I get to make some pretty good money for a high school kid, and I even get to spend some quality time with my dad. There's help wanted. Just whistle.
Lauren Plant's here to tell you what we got going on the boys basketball show this week. Hang time, Michigan. All kinds of ranked teams featured, including a battle out west between number 24 Holland West Ottawa and number 2 Hudsonville. Some of the ranked small schools will be featured, including a battle between undefeated number 3 Iron Mountain and undefeated Negaunee. Number 4 Orchard Lake St. Mary's facing number 20 Brother Rice as well. Scott Bernstein and TJ Kelly talking hoops too. Hang Time Michigan premieres Thursdays at 5 p.m. Eastern on all the State Champs socials, website, and the brand new State Champs app.
What's up, Puckhead? Sean and John here. Don't forget, you can check out Hockey Time. Every week, we are going to be talking about what's going on in the great state of Michigan at the high school level. So much good hockey being played, and we're going to do our best to cover it from all vantage points in the great state of Michigan. New episodes drop every Wednesday right around 3 o'clock.
Hey guys, Lauren Plant here to remind you that the deadline to submit nominations for the Detroit Athletic Club Foundation's Male and Female Athlete of the Year is fast approaching. As the host of the live awards show every year, let me clue you in on a few quick things you need to know. Number 1, 6 male and 6 female nominees will be named once the application deadline has passed. If you do not submit a nomination form, I don't care how great of an athlete you are, you cannot be nominated. Number 2, this award is very selective. These are for young men and women who are first-team All-Staters or are projected to be this winter or for the upcoming spring season. It's only for seniors. You have to have a minimum overall GPA of 3.0 or better, and we're looking for leaders both in school and in your community. Number 3, each nominee gets $1,000 in scholarship money. The winners get $5,000 each. This is to help in your college education, and you get to come to a red carpet awesome awards show in May hosted by me. To download the application, go to dacathleteoftheyear.com. The deadline to apply is February 3rd. To be nominated Male or Female Athlete of the Year is an incredible honor and one you'll never forget.
It's time now to take an inside look at Lawrence Technological University. Blue and White Days are designed to inform potential undergraduate students about what Lawrence Tech has to offer. Each prospective student has the opportunity to visit campus, speak with a counselor, meet current students, and take a tour. Picking a university is one of the hardest decisions any young adult has to make, but one of the best things any college-bound high school student can do is pay a visit to their schools of interest. And when you come down to any of the LTU Blue and White Days, the faculty and staff around campus are more than ready to help get you acquainted with your potential future home. The counselors at LTU believe that it is very important for students to get a look at any school they may be attending because finding the right fit is a vital part of a happy and successful college experience. The staff at Lawrence Tech makes it their mission to make it very simple to schedule your visit date. Blue and White Days will take place on select Fridays during the month of February. For more information about Blue and White Days and all other great programs and events LTU has to offer, just go to their website at ltu.edu today to learn more.
Thanks for sticking with us here on the Roundup. Time for the second of our Fast Break segments presented by BCAM, the Basketball Coaches Association of Michigan. On set, we have the Executive Director of BCAM and a longtime coach, Dan Young. You ready to do this again?
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks.
All right. If you take a look at Hang Time Michigan's show this week, Dan talked about the proposal of adding 2 more games to the basketball schedule. It's going to be voted on in May, so we shall see. Go check out Hang Time to hear what he had to say about the subject. Here, we want you to talk about the mentorship program that BCAM offers coaches here in the state of Michigan. Your association is the largest basketball coaches association in the country, and you offer fantastic resources.
The goal is to have a good coach, great coach in every gym in the state of Michigan. That's our goal. So as we recruit young coaches, they need mentors. And so we've created a mentor program that anybody in BCAM can go to our mentoring program and try to connect with someone. You naturally, I think, connect with people that you know and people that are in your area. I mean, we talked about coaches that maybe would get with someone. My mentors, Bob Bloom, Bob Donewald, Charlie Coles, Dave Ginsburg from Traverse City, those are my people I grew up with, but we provide that for you, and hopefully you can connect, a coach can connect and learn from someone. So it's another resource that we think helps BCAM and helps young coaches.
Absolutely. And there is such a great mix of kind of young coaches and, coaches who are towards the end of their career now, and they have so much perspective to offer, and they want you to reach out.
When you reach out to a veteran coach, it's an honor for them to share that information back to you. They want to help you with it's a parent problem or a playing time situation or all the stuff that's really maybe not even basketball. Those are the types of things that young coaches, all of us, need help with. And sometimes you just need to bounce it off somebody else who's been through it before.
That's right, most likely they have. The registration deadline is fast approaching. In a Cliff Notes version, describe all the benefits a coach has at all levels for being a member of BCAM, and maybe also what you miss out by not being a part of the group.
If you're not a member of BCAM, you are missing out on meeting other people, gaining mentorship, learning about other ways of doing things, maybe better ways of doing things, but then all the awards that come from players and the academic awards and team awards and Mr. and Miss Basketball and our Team First award. It's endless, really. We're always trying to find new things that help players and help our coaches.
Absolutely. Absolutely. All right, go to bcam.org and register today. When's the deadline?
February 15th.
Time now for the MHSAA Clip of the Week, and we go back to girls basketball. Check out Sydney Heatherton getting 3 points the old-fashioned way with the drive and gets the difficult basket to go and the foul. And that's your MHSAA Clip of the Week.
That is all we have for you today, Michiganders, but keep in mind, you can have your State Champs fix all week long by following us on all of our social media platforms. Be sure to download the brand new State Champs app available on iPhone and Android. We like to keep up with the times. You can even find us on TikTok to get exclusive videos of your favorite high school highlights. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.
State Champs Winter Roundup is presented by Lawrence Technological University, where Blue Devils dare. Also brought to you by the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics. The Michigan Army National Guard, a proud partner and official military branch of the MHSAA. The Basketball Coaches Association of Michigan, because better coaching always matters. Hungry Howie's, famous for flavor. And the Detroit Athletic Club Foundation. Nominations being accepted now for Male and Female Athlete of the Year at dacathleteoftheyear.com.